Here we are, the Men in Black. I'm back here with strength and conditioning coach John Dore. How are you doing, John? We've had a few emails.
Yeah, good, mate. Look, just thought I'd come in and touch base to see how everyone's going with the 4 weeks to rejuvenate your season.
Yeah.
Had a few questions, and I think people are a little bit worried, thinking they're going to break athletes, break themselves. Yeah. So I just thought today I'd come in and just answer a few of those questions and help people with their presence of mind in strength and conditioning.
No worries, I've printed off all the questions for you. You ready?
Nice, here we go.
Dave from Leeds.
Yep.
And I'm not sure, I think he's a strength and conditioning coach.
Yep.
How does gym change in finals time?
Rightio. So something that people get real worried with, Lee, around finals time is trying to protect their athletes too much. It's tapering off too much this time of the year is actually detrimental to the athlete's performance, because if we change too much, our body isn't used to it. And if anything, we've got a bigger chance of injury. So around finals time, we want to try and keep everything as similar as possible and keep it in routine.
Okay. Question from Feta in Auckland. And I know old Feta personally. I hope you're doing well, Feta, by the way.
Yeah.
Hypertrophy, which is the muscle growth.
Yep.
How long should we do it for, and when?
Righto. So in rugby league, people do get a little bit caught up with needing to be bigger. Always need to be bigger. Everything's that. For me, I'm a big believer in that. Being big is only good if you know what to do with it and you're able to put it onto the field. So when I'm programming, usually my hypertrophy stuff is either at the end of the season, so once we're done, because we have a bit of spare time then with no games, there's lower chance of injuries and stuff. The other time I like to do it is the start of pre-season. So it gives us an opportunity to do some extra work. There's no games, no chance of injuries, all that kind of stuff. But for me, I'm looking to go maybe a 6-week block, 12-week block max of that initial period, and then I'm looking towards strength, power-based stuff, because that's what gives us our biggest bang for buck in our rugby league setting.
Yeah, cool. You've probably answered the next question, which came from Greg up on the Sunshine Coast.
Yep.
My son, I want him to get bigger. How can I get him to put on size?
So yeah, look, and like I said, it's something that people do get pretty caught up with. Look, hypertrophy-based training, like it is the way we put on size, so that's rep ranges between 8 and 12, where volume is what we're looking at. Don't go too crazy with the volume, because then that causes injuries. There's a whole other side of that story as well, putting on size, which is more nutrition focused, which I'll leave to the in-house nutritionist. But yeah, so hypertrophy, volume, all that kind of stuff. Yep.
If I can ask just another question, is there something that you would like to see players do with the weight? So, for example, rep range, rest periods, and all that kind of thing for getting bigger.
Yeah. Okay. So, like I touched on just before, so rep ranges between 8 reps to 12 reps is in our hypertrophy zone. That's when tests have shown it increases muscle growth at that rep range. In terms of rest period, it's argued which is best, but generally it's under 2 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No less than a minute. Anything less than that, it starts to become endurance-based exercises, which can be beneficial for rugby league, but it's not as specific to the game requirements.
Yep. Okay. Shane from Townsville, I think this says. Can't read my own typing for some reason. I've got some ink on there. I'm doing just the training that's on the 4-week plan. This is Shane, not me. I'm not doing any of that training. What do you think I need to do to follow the plan properly? Is basically what he's saying. He's just worded it slightly differently. So should he train Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday? We should have a rest day, all that kind of thing.
Yeah. So based off that question, I'm assuming that Shane is playing club football as well.
Doesn't indicate that.
Doesn't indicate that. Look,
but maybe not though, because he said he's just doing that training. He's not doing any other. So maybe
okay. So let's just assume that Shane's not doing that training. What I would like to do is, if you have the time, is to separate your sessions into each day. Give yourself enough time to rest. So we could do gym on a Monday and a Wednesday, and then our conditioning sessions on the other day. So a Tuesday and a Thursday. Leaving Friday as I suppose, your choice of what you do there.
What about if somebody's time poor? So let's say Shane's mate is time poor. Can they do back-to-backs, or can they do weights then cardio, or cardio then weights? What's the best to do?
Yes, you know, when you're time poor, we just got to get the work done, and we just got to get it in. So there's no massive issue. I would prefer gym first before conditioning, because if we come into the gym already fatigued and tired, there is more chance of injury, more chance of you not focusing on the exercises properly.
Yeah.
But what we will have by combining those two sessions together is you'll be feeling quite sore. But it's one of those things where the more you train, the more your body adapts, you will become used to that.